Hey, good morning from the office, folks. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. Out of my ear. There you go. Thank you. Good morning there. There are all the ways you can reach us, 706-889-9700. The email's chief@fetchernews.com. It is 67 degrees in LJ, 8:01 in the morning. Now, Kevin has regroup. DJ has what we call the show phone, 706-889-9700. He will have that during every show now, and to make sure we keep up with it. So if you want to text. If you want to make any comments, make them. If you want to call, say, hey, DJ, tell him he's crazy. Call and tell him. So don't hesitate to do that, folks. Now, starting out this morning, I want to talk about something. I get up, not to big recap, it's 9/12, okay? So we talked about 2 days ago, we talked about the 9/10, the day before. We talked about what it was like that morning, that day, for those people, may have been like unsuspecting that 3,000 Americans were going to die the next day. We talked about yesterday, we say never forget. That's interesting to me. And I'll tell you what, I love everybody that went on social media, hashtag never forget. You put your pictures up, never forget. You went on there and put pictures of the World Trade Center when, years ago when you had an opportunity to visit, never forget. I get it, all right? Good, great. Just something about, I think we are forgetting. That's all I'm saying. We won't go into that. Now we're 9/12. We're the day after. We are the day after the attack. We don't know what happened as Americans. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if it's the next attack. Some of us have gone into the shelters. No joke. Some of us have. We're rethinking our plans. We don't know if we want to go open the office, not open the office. We don't know if we're going to follow through with the new business that we've committed to start. I personally will tell you, on September 12th, I was discussing should I continue to move forward with my plans to open a business here in North Georgia. I think just off the top of my head, I already had 3 months in. I'd already bought some equipment, and I don't mean just like a fax machine. I'm talking about $30-some thousand equipment. I've already ordered a truck. There were some things that I'd signed a long-term lease, and I was getting up today. I don't know about you, on September 12th. It's saying, do I go open the business? Do I stay home a couple days, see what happens? So just remember, when we say never forget, try to replay 9/12. As much as the shock of 9/11, but try to replay 9/12 after you connected with your family and you got to talking to your friends and everything on 9/12. What did you do? So we'll leave that there. Okay, I want to get into John Bolton, all right? And I don't have pictures of Rice and Hillary Clinton, but give me, let's go with, all right, wait a minute. Let me get this straight so I don't confuse myself and the director. I want to go a certain direction here on this, okay? So let's go number 40. We're going to talk about John Bolton. Now, all of a sudden, John Bolton is a hero to the left, and he's going to tell all. So let's go with number 40 there. Trump calls Bolton not smart in handling North Korea. Okay, well, wait a minute. We've talked about it on the show. Let's go to 41. This is Joe, okay? John Bolton and the Libyan model, okay? Because yesterday you heard the president talk about the Libyan model, and John's not very smart, and they had to get John out of the North Korean talks, okay, with Kim Jong-un. Just think about it, okay? And I understand there's a lot back and forth concerning Pence, Bolton, and the Taliban that were going to possibly visit Camp David here a couple days ago. So let's stay on the Libyan model, okay? Because that's what you're going to hear all day long out of the left. Now I'm going to go. Yes, there's a debate tonight, and we will get into that. Yes, they're talking about Yang and what he's going to do. That's all exciting tonight. So let's go to. Let's walk our way down a little bit. Number 29. There's discussion that this is CNN is reporting. Administration considering replacing Bolton with Pompeo, who would also remain Secretary of State. Okay. Now, there's a lot of days for you out there that I duplicate stories and pictures, but I do it from different networks so you can see they're all running and driving on the same highway. Nobody in the deep state, hashtag deep state, corporate corrupt media, nobody ever Googles an alternative route to get somewhere. They all take the same route every morning in their news cycle. So here is CNN is saying Pompeo may be National Security Advisor and Secretary of State. The last time that happened was Nixon and Kissinger. And the last time Nixon and Kissinger were together, Nixon resigned and left on the eve of impeachment vote or whatever, right? Interesting putting that together. So, number 28, Pompeo said, I will have my say. So, number 28, Bolton there, the mustache, former National Security Advisor. He heard everything that President Trump said in the Oval Office yesterday about him. He's a tough guy in the Libyan model. And he says, I'll have my say in due course, okay? So we're waiting due course. Maybe a month before the election. You never know what I'll do. So he is waiting to get his say. Number 27. Okay, we're going to talk about the Libyan model, okay? Because that's what you're going to hear today. And Bolton said we need to use the Libyan model with North Korea. And the little dictator said, oh, no, Libyan model. It no work out too good. However they say that in broken English. Anyhow, number 27. Trump blasts Mr. Tough Guy, John Bolton. He's a tough guy. He got us into Iraq, $7 trillion. All right, there you go. So let's keep this rolling just a little bit. Now we flip over to some of the CNN bylines of the morning. We'll talk about the Libyan model in just a second. Number 25, CNN reporting Mike Pompeo. Trump considers dual role for Pompeo. Interesting. Hey, I got one. What about General Flynn? What about pardoning General Flynn, Mr. President, wiping everything clean, making him National Security Advisor? There's just a thought. So there's CNN's take. Okay. So let's keep going down here. We'll get it in just a minute. Got a lot to go through. Let's go to MSNBC Politico, a headline of Politico, number 18. Pull me up number 18, please. Mr. Tough Guy. Trump delivers vicious takedown of Bolton. Mr. Tough Guy. Number 17, MSNBC, the Libyan model, number 17 there. Trump blasts Mr. Tough Guy, John Bolton. So now I understand these are the same networks. You can see it's what I do there. It's 5 a.m. in the morning, okay? 5 a.m. It's called early start. Now I watch CNN at 4 a.m. and I watch MSNBC at 5 a.m. I put this up for a reason. The tag in the middle, the time stamp is 5 a.m., meaning this is the first thing, very first thing they all had to talk about this morning is Trump blasts Mr. Tough Guy, John Bolton. Now, they did not talk about the historic number of judges that Trump has appointed and has confirmed to the bench. That just misses them, right? But they do have one judicial nominee that they're giving hell. Now, they're blasting that guy. We'll get to that in a minute. So, We'll get to e-cigarettes. Just chill. We'll get there in just a minute. We'll get to asylum. We'll get to the debate tonight. All right. So the Libyan model. Now, we went over to Muammar Gaddafi, okay? He was the general, president, dictator. Give me number 4. So we went over to Libya, and he's got this nice, he's got some oil we can make a deal on. Muammar there. He's got number 4, please. He's got, thank you, bud. He's got Muammar there. He is the general. He is the, he put all kinds of, every time he woke up in the morning and he got, oh my God, I finished my Rice Krispies. Somebody get me a medal for that. Oh, there you go. He is the original Captain Crunch right there. Anyhow, but this guy, we Americans, maybe Bolton was around? Never know. We went into Libya. We sit down with old Muammar Gaddafi there. We said, you remember when Ronald Reagan shook his ass up with some bombs? Anyhow, so we go in and we say, all right, here's the deal. You're going to de-nuke. All right, so at this time, Libya is running along at the same pace North Korea is now. They are set for launch. They have a nuclear program. They are moving forward. They are the, when did this happen? In the 90s, I guess? I don't know. But they are the Iran and North Korea of today when it comes to nuclear talks. So we go in and we make a deal with them. We call it the Libyan model. And he allows inspectors. He breaks down. He dismantles all of his nukes. In return, just a real quick, not to get too deep, you can do the research today. In return, we're going to take care of the guy. I mean, if he eats a rack of ribs, we're going to throw him a new medal over there from the U.S. Rib eating champion. I don't know. Okay, you think I'm being silly, but seriously, we made a deal with this guy. You know what? We're going to give you trade. Okay, we're going to give you some loans from the World Bank, Trade Bank, or whatever it is, okay? We're going to give you some International Monetary Fund, IMF, okay? We're going to get you some loans. We're going to get you oil on the market. You got good oil. We're going to get it on the market. We're going to, start pumping some cash into your country. You don't kill nobody. You don't participate in terrorism, and you get your nukes out of the way, and, don't treat your people that bad. I don't know, okay? Whatever. So this is what we offered this guy. Number 5. Oh, this happens to be Gaddafi when he was drugged through the streets. All right? Yeah. This happens to be when they murdered him and drug him through the streets, his body, exactly. Drug him through the streets. This happened to be the guy. Well, we made a deal, right? Now, okay? So now I want to say this for a reason, because I want you to think about it. Now, let's go to number 2. This happens to be number 2, the Libyan Ambassador Stevens. Remember? Was it Scott Stevens? Anyhow, we'll get in a minute. This is Libyan Ambassador Stevens. Okay? Our ambassador. Right? Now, the Libyan model, right? Give me number 3. Oh, this happens to be Ambassador Stevens' dead body being drugged through the streets of Libya. Our ambassador. So Muammar, right? He's alive, got all of his medals one day. Gaddafi, we made a deal. The next day, they're dragging him through the street. Now, there's a lot in that. There's a lot of what was going on in Libya I'm leaving out. I do agree with that. I do understand that. I've got the people that are arguing, well, you don't know what he was doing to his people, this, that, and the other. Okay, I got it. But the bottom line is, this is the visual take, okay? Gaddafi, hey, no more terrorism. We're going to put money into you. We're going to turn your economy around. We're going to really boom your country. You can't get involved in no more nukes. You got to dismantle. And we're going to get you some loans, all the above. So he goes for it. And he keeps his word. Gaddafi, Libya dismantled their nukes. They did. They went through. Now, what he was doing to his people or whatever you're going to start arguing with me, Gaddafi, let's go back to that really quick, DJ. Give me number 4, okay? This Gaddafi kept his word. In general, you can do the research, kept his word. Denuclearized, dismantled all his nukes. He cleaned up his act, all right? Got a new tent, big tent, for those of you that know him. Got him a big tent. Added a little bit to his harem there. Got a couple more girls in the harem. Married 5 more women. Whatever it took, he did it. Then he ended up number 5. Drove through the streets. So that was the deal. Now, not to be redundant, people were saying, all right, come on. Number 2, really quick, Ambassador Stevens, right? Our ambassador to Libya. You remember? He called and said he needed help. Help! 911, SOS, whatever. Save my damn ship. That's what ended up. 3. We had enough time to do it, right? He's drugged to the streets. Well, let's not leave out number 1. Okay? Now, we're talking about a day. It's interesting the Libya model came up. We're talking about a day that there's all kinds of hashtag, never forget. And I'm with you. I'm with you. You will never be forgotten. Ambassador Chris Stevens, Navy SEAL, retired Navy SEAL Tyrone Woods, retired Navy SEAL Glenn Doherty, and diplomat Sean Smith. 4 Americans killed that day. Hillary Clinton was upset. She did not want to storm or use Marines with their uniforms on because it might upset the people. And then Susan Rice went on all 4 of the morning shows and lied to the world. Forget the American people from the entire world. Told the entire world lies on every single morning show. Okay? That it was a video that incited the riot that led to the death of these 4 Americans. So let me say this, okay? Let me find this one. I want one more, and then DJ, I'm going to take a quick break after this, get started on something else. But I want to find this. It won't take me but just a minute. Oh, maybe it's going to take me more than a minute. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Hang tight. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find this number in a second because I want to go back to the Libyan model that they're all talking about. John Bolton, Mr. Tough Guy. So I want to wrap this up, and I didn't bring it to that level, okay, to not wrap it up with what I want to do here on the Libyan model. Where's it at there? I know I got one that says Libyan model sooner or later. All right, well, forget it. Leave that up there. The Libyan model. So here's the bottom line. All right. How the Libyan model became a sticking point. This is from the New York Times and the North Korea nuclear talks, okay? May 16, 2018, when North Korea first threw the fate of the historic summit meeting with the United States into question last week, it cited 5 times the fate of another country and another leader half a world away as an example of why no one should trust America's efforts to disarm another nation. The country was Libya, and the leader was Colonel Muammar Gaddafi, Gaddafi, who made a bad bet that he could swap the nuclear program for economic integration with the West. That deal, executed by Bush administration nearly 15 years ago, is a footnote to American historians in an era. Okay? Now, First, Mr. Trump's new national security advisor, John Bolton, and then by Vice President Mike Pence, were enough to draw 2 threats of withdrawal from the talks by North Korea. So is Mike Pence the one that brought Bolton in? Did Mike Pence, Vice President Mike Pence, we're going to get off this. I want you to do a lot of homework today. Did Vice President Mike Pence go to President Trump and say, John Bolton should be our national secretary, national NSA, national security advisor? Did Mike Pence do that? Is Mike Pence affiliated with the warmongering global society that he wants to keep wars going? I don't know. Is he? I don't know. Why is Bolton and Pence, look it up, do some research, aligned on things? But the Libyan model, okay, it should have never been brought up. It should have never been said. It should have never been put in public. That's my personal opinion, because it didn't work out, okay? And if we're going to go around the world and we're going to sit down and we're going to use diplomacy, that's what the hell we always hear is diplomacy, 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 okay? And we're going to sit down with Kim Jong-un. Don't forget, Barack Hussein Obama, for you people that love him, he told Donald Trump in the Oval Office, 2 weeks before he took the office, what will keep you up at night is North Korea. We have done segment after segment after segment on the 24 years of failed policy in North Korea. 8 years of Bill Clinton, George Bush, Barack Obama. We have done that. Failed policy, okay? 24 years. So the bottom line is, Trump is trying to do anything to work with this little madman, period. He keeps lobbing rockets, period. But you know what? He's a little standoffish because, he's thinking, well, you got Mike Bolton over there. And if something happens to you tomorrow, Pence and Bolton are ready to clean my ass off the face of the earth. So we got to figure that out. It makes me a little nervous that Bolton's out there saying things like, and I'm hearing the Libyan model. That didn't work out too good. I don't want to be the next guy in the Libyan model. So remember this. Every time you hear Bolton, Libyan model, and us dealing with North Korea, the Libyan model ended with the disaster and the disgrace of the United States of America's Secretary of State, Hillary Rodham Clinton, lying, right? She was too busy to take care of our ambassador and handle the region because she was stealing money through the Clinton Foundation off of our plane all around the world, stopping and picking up the cash bags. She couldn't keep an eye on the place. So end the discussion. You can research it all day long. You tell me I'm wrong. But I'll tell you this. Here's the bottom line. The Libyan model, it ended. It ended with what? Hillary Rodham Clinton in the Secretary of State's position. Yeah, and Susan Rice, National Security Advisor on TV. Take those apples, okay? So Bolton is out. What the hell? I don't care. Let's move along, and we'll do it right after these messages. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair,